It was another quiet and strange night at St. Peter boarding school. Everyone was still scared after the mirrors broke and the name Esther appeared by itself. The silence around the school didn't feel peaceful, it felt like something was hiding, something watching. Linda was the first to notice something unusual. In the middle of the night, she woke up to the sound of someone crying softly. She picked up her flashlight and listened carefully. The crying didn't sound like it was in the room, it seemed to come from under the floor. She leaned over her bed and listened again. Then she heard a gentle tapping sound, like someone knocking on the wooden floor. When she shined her light at the floorboards, she noticed they were moving just a little, as if something was breathing underneath. The next morning, Linda told her friends, Grace and the others, what she had heard. They were scared but curious. They decided to open the floor to see what was underneath. Using spoons and rulers, they pulled up the old wooden boards. Instead of dirt, they found something unexpected. It was a small, old, blue school shoe. It was covered in dust and looked very old. There were dark stains on it that looked like dried blood. This looks like an old shoe, Grace said quietly. Maybe it belonged to Esther. Suddenly, Linda saw something in her mind. A memory or a vision. She saw a young girl, Esther, running through the school many years ago, in 1992. People were shouting and pointing at her, accusing her of stealing. Scared and alone, Esther hid under the floor in dorm C, the same dorm Linda now stayed in. She stayed hidden for days, hungry and afraid. No one came to help her. They told me not to speak, so I stayed silent. Esther's voice seemed to whisper in Linda's ears. Even when I stopped breathing. Later that day, something very strange happened in English class. The teacher, Miss Caroline, was writing on the board when she suddenly froze. Then, without saying a word, she began writing very fast. The room was quiet as the message appeared. Esther is not gone. Esther remembers. The students looked at each other, confused and scared. What does this mean? Someone asked. Miss Caroline slowly turned around. Her eyes were blank, like she was in a trance. She spoke again, but it wasn't her voice. It was someone else's voice speaking through her. Tell them. Look for the books. Tell them the truth. Everyone in the class panicked. Some screamed, others jumped from their chairs. Moments later, Miss Caroline collapsed. She didn't remember anything. That night, Linda decided to search for the books mentioned in the message. She went to the school's old attic. After moving dusty boxes and broken chairs, she found old student records. One file had a red label, Esther O, confession/expulsion. Linda opened the file and read it. Expelled for stealing. No proper check. Evidence, missing milk tins. Punishment, locked up. Esther had been blamed for stealing without any proof. No one looked into the truth. She was punished and forgotten. That night, all the girls in dorm C heard a sound from under their beds. A soft whisper filled the room. I'm still here. I remember you. Then came a soft thud from beneath the floor. After that, everything was quiet. Esther's secret was starting to come out. With every truth they discovered, her spirit grew stronger. Not to harm anyone, but to finally be understood and remembered. End of episode 3. Stay tuned for more, like and subscribe.